Hey guys, Mamie here. Thanks for joining me again today. And today we are featuring the Fawn stamp set here that's called Little Bundle. And it's really cute. And it has just all kinds of little baby clothes. And you can also hang them from a line, which is what we're going to be doing today with little birds hanging onto the line. And I'm going to be using the 6x6 paper pad, and it's 24 double-sided papers. It's a really great paper stack here. So it's called Bundle of Joy, a new edition. And I'm going to start off the card by using some Bristol Smooth cardstock. And I'm just going to do some ink blending on the top and the bottom of the card to create a landscape kind of scene here. And so I wanted to have a more subtle scene instead of having a lot of bulk. And so I'm just going over the top lightly with the tumbled glass. Two of my favorite inks, tumbled glass and cracked pistachio, which I'm using in this card today. And so I'm just lightly going over a little bit with the tumbled glass, as you can see there. And then I'm going to punch out a couple of clouds out of just some regular cardstock. And I'm going to use these kind of as a stencil. And I'm just going to go over the top of the clouds. And this will create the appearance of clouds in the sky. But more subtle. It's not, it's not like putting a piece of die cut paper that creates, a little bit of bulk on the scene. I wanted it to be just very soft looking and everything. And so this is a way to create a nice soft background that's subtle and it doesn't kind of overtake the card too much. And so I'm just creating my own clouds here, and I'm flipping the cloud, back and forth, so that I can get a difference in the clouds here. And this is a very simple technique, as you can see here, but I think it really adds a lot of interest. I can't remember I've seen several people do this technique, so it's pretty common at this point. And so I think that looks good. And I'm going to pull out another ink, and it's not the right one. So I realized that rather quickly. And so I'm going to switch that out and pull my cracked pistachio, which is my favorite greenish color. Tumbled glass and cracked pistachio are two of my favorite inks. I use them every chance I get. And so my cracked pistachio is a little bit overfilled. So I'm going to definitely have to dab that off a little bit because I accidentally overfilled it. And so now I'm just blending that onto the bottom here. And I'm concentrating a lot of the ink right there at the bottom. I want it to be a little bit darker at the bottom and then kind of just fade into the sky. I think it gives it a very nice soft look. And so this video is not going to include the entire process because I happen to lose the actual design of the card. But you're not really missing anything. At the end, all I did was stamp on the line, and pretty much you see everything else. But there'll be still shots at the end, so you'll know exactly what I did. But I only lost about 5 minutes of the video. My phone died, and I guess it erases when it dies in the middle of recording. So it's the first time I've experienced that. So anyway, I couldn't do it all over again because I didn't have the time. So we'll just work with what we have, but I think it worked out just fine. And so now I'm using the stamps here, and they are just so cute. I love baby clothes. And so I'm making this card for a boy, so I'm using my VersaFine ink here. And this is a fantastic stamping ink. And I'm going to put it right here on this, I don't know what this is called, what kind of shape this is called, or pattern this is called. It slips my mind. Anyway, so I'm just picking out different patterns here. And I'm stamping all of the little clothes that I'm going to be using. And I'm not going to use all of them So I just stamped a whole bunch of different outfits and stuff like that because I wasn't sure which ones I would want to use and on which pattern paper I liked the most. So I stamped a bunch extra so I get to use those for another project. So this is the paper piecing that I'm doing here. And so you basically just get your stamps and you stamp them on pattern paper, and that pretty much is the coloring. So it works out really great. Sometimes I'll do a little ink blending on the side of the images and stuff like that, but I didn't even really need to today because they just came out so cute. And so now I'm just taking that white cardstock that I had earlier and putting the diaper and the little sockies on there. And I also stamped the birds, but I think that part got cut out. So there's a couple little birds that hold up the clothesline, and I just colored those birds right over the top with the tumbled glass. So I just ink blended right on top of those and then filled in their nose with a gel pen. So that's really the only thing you miss of importance, I guess. So here I am just cutting out all the pieces. And I'm just cutting right up against the black line there. And usually what you can do after the fact is you can take a black marker and go around the outside of the image, and that will give you a more finished look if you don't cut it out perfectly. But I really didn't have to do that today. I mean, like I said, they just came out really cute today. The cutting was simple, and the designs are all very simple to cut. So this is basically all that I'm going to do for the card layout, and I did lose the end here of the process video. So I'm just going to be finishing up this cutting, and then I'm going to do the layout, and hopefully I will have more of a video for you guys next time. So thank you for joining me, and here is the actual design in the end, all finished up. So it's a very cute stamp set, and it looks really sweet. So give me a thumbs up, and don't forget to hit subscribe, and I will see you guys really soon.